So your mic is, I'm going to turn the mic on. Or turn it off. How come?
Oh, if they can't hear us?
Well, I'll turn, I'm not sure.
I'm gonna turn it on, see if they can hear.
Turn it on.
Was this the best way to do this?
I would probably just move everything up.
Move everything out, really?
Doo-doo-doo.
Are we live?
Yes.
No, we need our little sign. I guess we're here to tell them. We can just keep telling them.
That we're live?
That we're live. Hey, we're live, and you're here. Yeah. It's gonna be 5 minutes. It's always 5 minutes away. Had to choose some amount of minutes there. 6 minutes, 4 more minutes.
This is like the behind the scenes, the making of.
Yeah, the making of, yeah. People think that we have resonators just spread out like this all the time in these tools.
That's how we keep them.
Yeah. Well, actually, we have to work really hard to make things look beautiful, you know? See, like this? It looks upside down to you. There you go.
Ooh.
See how
Thank you.
Yeah.
It
Hammer.
almost looks like you're gonna do like sleight of hand magic. Big deck of cards out.
Oh, you don't have the sweet box for the flute? That's a pretty sweet box.
It is a sweet box. Well, I think
Another time?
yeah, the tools are such a beautiful thing in
Alright.
themselves.
All right. Well, everybody likes it.
That
That's
is
nice
true.
tool.
Now we're was Rick talking about a redesign on the box?
Oh, was he?
I thought so. That's why I kind of left it out.
Oh, so this is an intentional thing that happened.
Hey everybody, if you are watching, give us a thumbs up or a wave or whatever, because we have a new microphone
New microphone.
and we want to make sure
That Rich can hear. That you can hear Rich while he's talking behind you,
I'm talking right now behind you,
and I am in front of you.
and there's Kurt right. Oh, well,
Yeah,
hi.
me.
Oh.
Yeah, that's me. So this is a directional microphone. So we're wondering, especially if Matt Budd is watching, because he can tell us. Not that we don't trust other people, but Matt has the exceptional ears. Yeah, it's like freakish. I heard that he had what's it called? Audiographic memory. That guy. Yeah, he hears it one time.
Really?
Yeah, he can whistle it or hum it.
Oh man,
Yeah.
must have been a good piano player. When
No,
was a
he
kid.
never learned to play any instrument. That's the problem, you know.
Oh, what a waste.
Yeah, it's just like it's always been a problem for him. Constantly whistling and humming tunes, and people are asking him to stop. You know, but it's this problem, audiographic memory. You know. Did Walter Hartley have an audiographic memory? I think he did. I think he had an audiographic and some version of photographic, so he could see music and play it forever, or he could hear music. Oh, Nina.
Let's see.
I'm live.
You're also live.
Probably calling for her saxophone lesson. How'd I do here, Rich? Do you want these things on the table
Well,
with your punch? You want your punch on the table somehow?
what do you think we should? What do you think we
this
should?
is beautiful. I would want it like right.
Okay, yeah. Let me back up
Although
the
you might have to-
camera. Here, let me adjust this for you guys. Come up a little bit.
Do you know what you're talking about today, Rich?
Of course,
Yeah.
we are going to be talking about.
Bars are closed, so Rich has time to prepare for these things.
It's good.
Audio's good?
All right.
Is it better than usual?
Yeah, it's good.
What?
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if can you hear me? Check 1, 2 in the background.
You're gonna hear that in a second, right?
What?
You're gonna hear that in a second.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Ryan can check, and then due to the delay, he can be a sound man and the performer. All right. I feel pretty good about. I feel good about this.
Would you like to
know.
demonstrate this one?
This one?
Oh.
I think this is.
Oh yeah, I heard myself in the background. Sorry to interrupt. But yeah. Okay. Sorry, it's a little bit delayed. Continue on.
I think I can do this one. This one is that one is the most involved of all the punches because it has so many different things that you can do with it.
Yeah.
So we could start from the most versatile to the most simple, or we could start with the most simple and go to the most versatile. because you
I
have
mean,
it
we could start in the middle, the you know, medium
versatile.
yeah, and then go to the most simple, and then go back to the most yeah.
Let's do that then. So let's put this guy right here.
Are you almost ready to go? Look at that. We almost ready to go?
Sure. I think we have everything we need.
Everything we need? Okay, I'm gonna get behind the camera.
Okay.
You get in front of the camera.
Good morning, everybody. This is Rich and Kurt. We're going to do some punches with you, and I'm going to show you our busher punch, our flute, open hole flute punch, and our MusicMedic bench press and sax pad punch.
Nice.
And,
yeah. How about a like for Rich's shirt? Yeah. Nice shirt. Wow.
Now this is the giveaway.
That's the giveaway today?
The giveaway for this video.
That shirt, is it going to have a little bit of...
Well, I mean, we have them in a couple, mostly large and extra large. This is, I think, a medium. So,
he's lying. That's extra small.
if you're
So
large,
this is a large, pretty sure.
It's a child's medium.
all right,
Let's
do
give this away. So the first person to share this video to one of the repair forums will be able to win.
Not you,
I
Ryan.
just did that. I literally just did that.
Oh,
just
boy,
did-
except for
well,
Ryan.
Ryan,
No, you're out of
I
it.
don't actually.
All right, back to the tools. Here we go. All right, I'm bringing it in, Rich, okay?
The first tool we're going to look at is the busher punch. This is for when you have a busher saxophone and you want to install standard pads. So here's the old school busher pad, which has the metal backing and the stitching on it. And the original idea with these was that the player could throw these in and then snap that on so that you can change your own pads. And a lot of folks like to keep their busher snaps. We do here at the shop. So we have this handy busher punch set. This has got 3 different sizes of hardened steel punches, and these all have a rather stout rim or edge to the punch. So these are going to be able to be used by pressing into a vise, or you can also use these with a hammer. I'm going to use these with a hammer. So there's 3 sizes here, and each of them.
Rich. Hold on, you got to give him the alternative to this.
Oh!
you get
Look
to-
at that thing!
so
Oh my goodness!
Here's the alternative to your busher punch.
Ugh.
And
How would you even do that?
it's a good question. I'm going to show you. Here's what
All
you
right.
could do. Here's what I used to do. I would put this on here and then give a push, and then take a look. Not so good. Right? Okay, then using my not so good, I never did it through a cell phone camera screen, but using my not so good, I would try to center it. Ooh, look at that. Pretty good. Now that looks easy because I make it look easy, because I'm a pretty skilled guy. So there it is. And then using that hole, that little indent that I made, I would kind of wiggle, feel it, put it down. Can I cut this one, or is this your only pad for? I can cut this.
Sure, go ahead.
All right.
You do it.
I
On
just.
You do it on this rubber mat, or do you use?
I would
some sort
use
of-
something else, but now I have it. Okay, let's put the cutter under there.
Put that one there.
Yeah, see, two
Okay.
person operation
That's
here,
our
and then I would whack on it. And if you want to know how you did, you can look right there and see whether you got it. So not quite centered.
Yeah.
Yep. Not an easy process. This one is a joy. All right. Back to the regularly scheduled program. I just want to point out, because the first time I used the tool, when we first made it, I was like, wow, this is it's a goofy little tool. It's inexpensive and simple, and you don't need it all the time. But when you do need it, it's like, oh man, what a nice thing. Yeah. All right. So show us how it works, Rich.
Okay. Let's take a. So it's got this Delrin base with a press fit pin that holds the pad center, and let's do a hard one. Let's see. Do I have a? Let's do a palm key pad. So I'll put that on there. I'll take my, to figure out what size, I usually just take the punch and put it over the nub
Yep.
or spud. And you can see we've got a couple of different sizes here, so these will, you just want something that fits over the spud, so we'll try with this palm keypad. So okay, I've got that goes on there, and then I'm going to take my, does it go on there? Should. Oh, there we go. This has got a nubbin on the inside. You can just use one of our screwdrivers to clear
Oh, that's got
out.
the old piece in there.
And then I'll put this, now the thing about that we can see with Kurt's old school punch is we've got our cutting and punching block here, and just put that there. Actually,
A brand new one.
You kind of want a harder surface for that.
Is this a brand new cutting and punching block?
Well, Kurt, I think
Oh,
this...
you grabbed a new one and I ruined it. I'm going to give this
No.
cutting and punching block away. Can I
Okay.
do that?
Yeah,
Can I do
sure.
that? Can I do that for the what? I'll think about when. I'll think about why I'll give it away. We'll
All right.
yeah, free shipping. Just it's $25 shipping, and then we'll send it for free. I mean, that's what I mean. Okay, go ahead, Rich. Go ahead.
So when you have you've got your pad on the centering pin, so it centers automatically on the punch, or the punch centers automatically on the pad, then you give it a couple of whacks. And you can tell that you're through because the little pin comes up through the punch, and then pull that off there, make sure you're through all the way. If you're not, just go ahead and put that back through, and another tap. It sounds pretty solid. Okay, now we've got our pad punched, perfectly centered, and fits in the tone hole perfectly.
Pad cup.
Pad cup.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
You're all right.
All right,
You're doing
so
great,
that's
Rich.
our busher punch set, and it's got 3 different sizes.
Hey, can I say one more thing about this little guy?
Yeah.
So you see the cutter. Trying to be.
Can they see it?
I don't know. I'm not even good at cameraman, let alone. Okay, let's see. Here we go. I'm gonna move stuff, and maybe my camera will decide. Okay. Can you see the outside is cylindrical and the inside is the tapered part for the cutter? So the cool thing about that is that when it cuts, it pushes the part that you don't want into the die, and it makes this nice straight hole through the pad. Whereas you can see quite a difference between this is your standard punch and this punch. So this punch is also going to come in through, but when it comes through, it's going to distort the felt out here. But this one, the die is the same size as the hole, basically. So that's why we made that an inside type punch, and this one has that widened. Usually a punch like this is made to keep the material that you're taking out, and this punch is made to keep the material that you don't take out, to keep everything around the material. That makes sense?
So the tolerances on your hole are going to be better with this one.
On the hole that's left over. Yep, the tolerance on the piece that's stuck in there is going to be worse on this because it's all going to be crushed, but you don't care.
Right.
Yeah, okay,
So this
cool.
is an accurate OD, and this would be an accurate ID. So if you're cutting felts, you'd want this, but you don't want to cut felts with this.
You don't want to cut felts with this guy, but yeah, if you were cutting felts, that's right. That's perfect, Rich. You'd cut felts with this, but this guy, you would cut pads.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Thanks, Rich.
So that's our busher set, and let's do the flute punch set. This is a beautiful little tool. This is a die set, and for those of you who are familiar with the other styles of flute punches, a lot of times you put your flute pad on, and the cutter with other styles will bottom out in the punching block that you're doing. So you can see there's the mark that Kurt made with his old school busher punch.
Still got to give that away. Sorry.
No. So we've got, and we got Matt on that. Matt can be, what are we going to have for, what's our giveaway criteria?
I know who I'm giving the punching block to. I'm giving it to Mikey.
All right.
Because I've seen him on a couple videos, and I don't think that he's gotten anything. So he's gonna get this. You're gonna get this right here. Look at it. It's already worn in. Yeah. All right.
Sweet.
Yep.
So with your traditional flute punch, the punch bottoms out on the cutting board itself, and this is going to dull the punch. With ours, what we've done is created basically a die set. So you have the hardened steel punch and
Same inside cut as the other one. Yeah, so it doesn't distort the pad.
It does have it's definitely a little thinner wall here, so it's much sharper.
Yeah.
To cut through the bladder. So we've got our dies. They come in 17, 17 and a half, 18, and 18 and a half for open hole sizes. I think this is 18 what we're going to use. And it's all just written right there. Can they see that?
Yep, 18 right there. Yep.
So to use these, we'll just take our pad and drop it down into the die.
Hey, Paul, we are giving away a... Paul asked if we're giving something away. What were we giving away? Besides this awesome thing we're giving him away.
We're giving away a t-shirt.
Yeah, a t-shirt. Oh my gosh,
For the
Paul.
MusicMedic.
Look at this guy. Yeah, that's how exciting Rich is all the time when you can't see his face. He's like, let me look again. See? He's like, see? And he talks that way. It's so weird. It's really strange. Anyway.
So to use this tool, we're going to put our pad in there like so. Put our punch holder there.
So the pad's down in there, locked in.
The pad is locked down in there.
Can I see that tool up close with the pad in there? Oh, sorry. Let me just give it to me. Okay, let me see. Let me hold this up here for him. So they got the punches in there, and this guy is in there, and the pad's down in there, and then
so that holds the pad down.
This holds the pad down, and it also centers the punch over the pad and the die, and it fits right inside. This guy's all stainless steel, and then this one in the top.
That's right.
And there's room there, which I assume is the thickness of the pad plus a tiny bit.
That's right.
Yep, nice.
What's nice about this too, Kurt, is that the punch doesn't bottom out into your cutting board. The punch is contained within the die. So we'll put so here's Kurt's little punch mark, and we'll take the blank side, the fresh side, if you will. Put our pad in. Put our holder in. Drop our punch in. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give this a whack or tap. And then you can see that we've got our pad and you can give it another whack. Just do that again. Let's see how this goes. So we've got our pad cut, and we don't have any sort of cutter. So
sticking
this
out
thing is actually
still just has the one hole.
That's right.
Yep.
Got the original, so it's clean. So that's going to keep your cutter sharp forever. And
not forever, but it will stay sharp.
I mean,
nothing is forever.
At least a season of repairs, maybe. You know,
guaranteed for the life of the tool.
What's nice about
sorry, just kidding.
But also we can sharpen things here. So if you get one of these and you find it dull, you can just send it back and we can sharpen it, or we can.
It definitely keeps your cutter sharp a lot longer going through a die and only ever hitting the material, and it never has to bottom out on this guy right here.
That's right.
Yep. So
it saves your cutting blocks.
Almost forever.
Saves your bench, and we can take care of any problems with these because we make them here.
Stainless steel.
All made from stainless steel, except the this is tool steel, and that's been hardened. So that's our flute punch, and then let's talk about the splitting some rivets. This is our rivet splitter that we make here, and this is just a traditional rivet splitter. And the way that we use this is, let me grab
just a traditional rivet splitter. Yeah, just a traditional rivet splitter with this. Doesn't look so traditional.
Well, I mean,
flowers out, much different than other rivet splitters I've seen. And let's see this guy in.
If you're using this now, I do not do this professionally.
Let's see that guy one more time.
You know how that works? So you pull your holder back a little bit, and then let's put on a. Now the nice thing about our rivets is our rivets have a solid head, so I can put this on a steel block and it's not going to distort the rivet head. If you have a capped eyelet, which is a different form of rivet.
This man knows a lot about rivets. He is the one that got us the rivets. Back in the day, we used to have rusty rivets. And we got over that.
True,
remember,
yeah.
you solved that problem, Rich.
Oh,
that was all you. You
Wow.
did that for the world. Yep. I'm serious. You made music better with that. all pads were getting rusty, and we
Oh
were,
yeah.
yep.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
So we make these out of a solid base metal. So this is brass, I believe, and it's plated in nickel.
Correct.
But if you didn't have a solid head rivet, you'd have to have some sort of holder that has a divot in it for your rivet. A divot for your rivet. So we'll just put our pad down here, and I'm going to try to split this rivet with our splitter. The secret to this is the holder, and we're going to just push our holder down onto the pad.
I feel like that holder's too little tight on there.
Feels pretty good though. I mean, because you can see this is the results without the holder.
Oh yeah.
That was me on my first try,
Mm-hmm.
and then this is with the holder.
Oh, down a little bit.
How about that?
Glad we had this time together. Yep, nice, nice.
All right, so I've got my resonator on. I'm gonna put this centered on there, and you can see how someone like me who doesn't do this every day is super slow with this. If I had to do 25 of these, my boss would be upset taking this long. So there it is started. Okay, now I've got a feel for where I'm gonna go. Push my holder down a little more. And that's pretty good.
Yep.
Not beautiful, functional. So that's our, what we call a traditional rivet splitter.
So this guy on the outside, this sheath, will push against the pad, hold the pad in place while the rivet splitter splits it.
Mm-hmm.
And the unique thing about one unique thing about this rivet splitter is that we make this with these divots rather than that sort of Phillips head screwdriver look that you've seen. And what that does is it flours the rivet over, because they go, you see that each little tongue goes into the hole on the rivet splitter, flours it over, and then keeps it like a lower profile. That's a little bit high. That could be tapped down or split a little more.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like this one in particular, this little sheath is a little tight. Anyway, we'll fix that later. We won't give that one away.
All right. So that was our regular rivet splitter that we're not going to give away. Now let's look at our bench press. This is a tool that allows you to customize any resonator that you want to have for clients, and it allows you to punch a hole in a pad as well as resonate. So it comes with a couple of different parts, and let's just talk about those before we get into to how fast it works. So we've got the flower rivet splitter that we just talked about, just like this one. And then this has got the other side is just a base for general pressing. And then we've got a 4mm pad punch. So if you want to put a plastic resonator on your pad, you'd use this punch, and then it's got this hole to take your slug out of there. It's got a centering die, and then it also has a die for using with rivets. So if you're using dome metal resonator pads, like this one here.
Hey, can I answer a question? Mikey asked a question. He said, how tight should rivets typically be?
Good question, Mikey. Good question.
Yeah. I
feel like it should be
not distort the pad,
but bite into the cardboard.
But bite into the cardboard on the back. And you know, some rivets, what Rich was saying about capped eyelet, we don't have any more capped eyelets. They're actually illegal in the building, but there are a lot of capped eyelets out in the world, and a capped eyelet's different. It's a two-part rivet, so it has, this part is a hollow shaft, and then this part is put on top. And when you kind of shake it, you might hear it rattle a little bit. Mm-hmm. If you're using a capped eyelet, the reason we don't like them is because you have to put it down tight enough that it holds that cap in place, and so you really have to get it right. This rivet is machined from one piece. So really, the answer is it just can't distort the pad, and it can't stick out in the back. Like I showed you, this one kind of sticks out in the back. So you wouldn't want your rivet to get in the way of your padding, and you also wouldn't want it to mess up the pad in the front. So see this one? It distorted the leather a little bit. It sticks up in the back. That rivet could have been split a little bit further. That's actually not bad. I mean, in the real life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yep, that's not bad. Okay, I hope that answers the question, Mikey. Okay, where were we, Rich?
we were talking about the different parts of the MusicMedic press. Now, the other thing about this press that's kind of, well, let me just show you the parts one more time. We've got a rivet splitter, a 4mm cutter for putting plastic pads, plastic resonators on your pads. There's your holding guide to cut these two kind of go together. Then we've got just a flat-faced die for using with seamless domes. This is what you're going to put dome metal resonators in with. And then this guy is for general pressing. So this guy can either fit, so that's going to fit in there like so. And then on the punch or on the press itself, this has got an adjustment screw, so you can adjust how far your press.
So if you're riveting a bunch of pads, you could set it up for how deep you want to rivet them.
To adjust the height. And then this has also got some mounting screws for your bench, because you're going to have this. You're going to have this press facing you. So if you guys you'd have your hand, and you can see that because we're doing it here. So now it's facing me like I'd be using it. Because the handle is thrown over the back of the base here, you don't really need to mount this to the bench if you want to just store it somewhere else when you're not using it. But it does have these holes for it, and it doesn't really take up much space on the bench.
No, it has a small footprint and certainly doesn't necessarily need to be bolted down. Yeah.
So so this attachment can either fit here. So if you wanted to, I don't know, just do some general pressing, you can do that. And then
press in the resonator, right? Oh, I see.
Yeah, you could press in a resonator or any sort of other. My gosh, you'd probably use it with this tool as well. If you had a little bit more clearance.
You know what you'd want for that, Rich? You'd want the magnet.
The magnetic part?
Yeah, the magnetic part. Because then you could hold the punch, or if you were going, I guess if you're going over this guy, you might not want the magnetic part. You might just want to go at it.
Oh, and just have this free here.
And just have it there with that flat part that you had. Yep, to press. Yep. So yeah, what I'm saying is you were right.
Oh, thank you. The other thing you can do is you can put this on the other side, so you can also hold it in there. So that's our general kind of pressing die. And then if you wanted to rivet a pad, we can just, this is held in with a magnet, and then that screws into the bottom of this cylinder here. Alright, and then here I have our pad, and I'm just going to get my die here. Where is that die? So that's got a divot in it.
Yep.
Center my pad in there, and
punch away.
And in just like half a second. That was my result with that. There's the one I did with the other punch.
Nice. So this one maybe comes out a little better. It holds it straighter.
Yeah.
Holds it right down. You don't have kind of the weirdness of holding the thing and hitting it with a hammer. But if you don't rivet too many pads, the little, not using it freehand is fine.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Now, if you wanted to customize a resonator for somebody, like on a pad set, and they wanted different sizes, if you wanted to oversize a resonator on a pad, this is something that you could incorporate into your shop. So there we have a giant resonator on that little pad, and I can go through quickly and do those if I had to do like a whole set.
Great. Nice.
And then if you want to flip this over, we can use this with or any seamless dome. And this is a little trickier because the rivet doesn't really stick out of here, so I have to, let me try that again. These seamless domes are tricky.
We were just having this conversation about longer rivets on the seamless domes.
Oh. It's also kind of hard to do it facing you guys. Let's see.
Oh, really?
Let's try that.
Wow, look at this bit of it.
Abby at Dogs would not be happy about
No,
this.
Abby would not like this. Do you want me to? Let me try it from straight ahead. For real.
Yeah,
Let's see.
all
Let's
right.
see how it feels
You need a
from
different
straight.
rivet, though. You need a different
You bunged up my rivet.
Yeah.
What do you got? You got another one?
right here.
Oh, but it's a seamless dome.
Oh, gosh.
I'll just do a DMR.
Sorry, guys.
Oh,
Seems-
well,
that's
that's
clearly, yeah, that. Oh.
Yeah, see how much better I am than Rich? And then I just push, and yeah, and there it is. It's
Pretty
really
good.
good. See?
I think that it's not the press so much as it is the back, the rivet on this seamless dome is a little too short. So in that case, this might be.
Might be a little easier in that. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, and then let's.
But
also
we do seamless domes on this setup all the time. So
Let's do a different punch or a different resonator here. Plastic resonators are kind of a pain because a lot of pads come with a 3mm hole. Unless you get them from us, you can just request a 4mm hole. But if you've got a specialty pad set and you need to punch a plastic resonator in there,
oh, can we get a like for this? I'm gonna
It's
like
gonna
it
be-
because this is cool tool. So this is to turn a 3mm hole into a 4mm hole.
mm-hmm.
I do not think you pushed hard enough on that guy.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Sorry.
Can I just go through the other way?
You do anything you want, Rich.
Let's see what we got. Our adjustment. Adjust the sets from the back.
Oh yeah, you are bottoming out on you're bottoming out on this guy here. There you go. Now give it a shot. Uh-oh.
This is user error.
Having some technical difficulties
Let's try the other way.
with Rich at the press. See how it goes.
Could be. It feels like it's through. That looks good.
There you go. 3mm hole into a 4mm hole.
Mhm.
And this thing has some holes on the sides, and that's where you can inject your material, right?
That's right. Then I'm just going to take this guy, and there is, in this, what is cool about this guy is there's a little recess in
And
the
a
tool
magnet.
holder.
Yep.
So we can throw that guy in there and just use this for general punching.
You went in backwards.
No, I want to go in backwards.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Oh, for just pressing.
yeah.
Oh, I see what you're
Sorry,
doing.
not general punching, general
I see
pressing.
what you're doing.
So once I have my...
So you stuck the rivet splitter in backwards into the magnet.
Mm-hmm. Just to save some time.
Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that little nub and that thing going in. Let's see how he does. Let's see how Rich does. He's
I think-
improvising.
Yeah, I think it's going to work out well.
Okay. Oh, sure. Oh, sure. For splitting the plastic. Yeah, you see what I was worried about? See that little nub on there?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that would be up in there, but that'd be pushing on your magnet maybe?
No, there's a recess there. That's what I
To
was
ex-
showing you.
Oh, to accept that?
Yeah, there's a
I
little...
thought you meant the recess in general. Oh, that the magnet's a little bit
The
recessed?
magnet is recessed just to leave
To
room for your
accept.
punch.
Oh, there you go. It's nice work, Rich.
Thank you.
Sorry for the confusion.
Okay, so we did a plastic resonator, we did a custom Maestro. Let's see. Let's just do a couple of these quick. Why don't we do a little race?
Sure.
Let's do a little race. How about you use the traditional guy
Okay.
with the hammer? Oh, we need some more pads.
This is our area of viewing.
Right here?
Everybody. Okay, so we're gonna race. I always win races.
Let me get
I
a...
think I'm gonna win based on your use of the punch. I want to oil this guy up first here.
John Henry
Yeah,
versus
if
the
I'm
machine.
If I'm gonna race. What am I racing?
Let's just do...
Ryan came over to watch
Yeah, I did.
the
I
race.
see
He's
this
like,
right
oh,
now.
there's a race.
Yeah, I'm putting money on it.
Wow.
All right, what are we're doing
Okay,
DMRs?
I think I got a dollar on
Oh!
Rich. I'm putting a dollar on Rich.
No gambling at MusicMedic,
Yeah.
folks.
But to make it fair, I'm also putting $1 for Kurt, so I'm gonna break even.
Rich's odds are 2 to 1.
Yeah.
What do I
Because
do
he's,
here?
you know, he's an office guy. He does stuff
Alright.
in an office, and I'm out there working, on saxophone. Let's see your hands. Let's see what you do some work too. I don't know. Okay,
See, all
what do
right.
we got? What do we
We
got?
got any other extra pads here?
I don't know if we.
How many pads you got?
I got
there?
3.
You got 3. I got 1. Well, I
You got
I
3?
like the odds on mine here. I'm halfway done already.
Here you go. Here's 2 for you, 2 for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm gonna do a gold rivet. Let me come
Here
around.
you-
Grab
okay.
it. No, it's all right. All right.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
All right. Thanks for staying tuned for the race. I think the tools. We don't have many more tools, right? But we have.
I think
this-
we went over the punches, the flute punch, the Busher punch set. This is the MusicMedic bench press, and the other cool thing about this, Kurt, is we're gonna probably incorporate some different tooling in the future so you can expand the capabilities of the punch and press. And I got one of those. I got
Okay.
one of those.
Let's do
Let's
this.
do this. Should I set a timer?
Let's do this race. Yeah. No, you don't need a timer for a race. It's 2 people. Whoever goes through it.
All right.
Okay.
Ready? Go ahead.
All right.
Oh, give him
I'll
a
let
head
you.
start.
Oh yeah.
Bold.
It's only because my.
Trying to psych you out. Trying to psych you out, Kurt. You can do
Ah.
it. Focus. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
There's one.
Ah.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus. This is-
Is yet to break a sweat.
Oh my goodness.
Kurt is sweating profusely.
Okay. Well, I got some decent rivets on. I got some
Let's see.
decent.
Oh, let's see
I
how you did.
mean, shut up, Brian. I've seen your rivets.
You're just
Yeah.
gonna cover it with shellac
You know,
anyway.
yeah, this
Wow.
side. It looks good from this side.
As long as you don't look at it or touch
Yours
it.
do
it's
look
great.
better. Look,
I-
yours look better.
So I would say, Kurt, whoever can send us the first person to figure out and post how many seconds faster
Oh my
Right.
press did than
Down to
Kurt
the
did.
millisecond.
Wow.
They win the
That's
t-shirt.
a weird one. Okay, they win the t-shirt.
Mhm.
Okay. Thanks,
Wow,
Rich.
that was surprisingly faster. I
Yeah.
let you get a pad ahead and still
Still
finish
beat you and embarrassed you just a little bit.
Yeah, where's
Yeah,
that dollar?
Your competition
Yeah.
will still be riveting pads, and you'll be sitting on the beach.
That's right.
I got those pads
Yeah.
riveted. All right. Cool. Cool.
All right,
Thanks,
guys.
everybody.
Well, thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And the giveaway winners, make sure that you get up with our buddy Matt Budd so we can send you your prizes. And until next time, happy repairing.
Bye-bye.